What's up, everybody, and welcome to another short episode of the AE86 Racing Channel. I'm your host, Joshiroku, and I'm here with my good friend, Justin Flores. Justin Flores from Texas Tires and Parts. He's a local drifter. He did Pro-Am with Lone Star, and he's currently running with Club Loose. We're over here at his personal little shop. He's got his toys and setup, and we're going to do some mounting of some tires that I've got to use for the Super Lap Battle, and I just figured I'd kind of show you what goes on in the background. All right, gang, so while we're here, we're gonna talk to Justin a little bit about his collection, talk about his cars. I think he's probably got a thing for Z's. This car here is the most recognizable one. I remember when this was almost a brand new car and he was making payments on it, and it was like daily car got escalated into a drift car. So hey brother, why don't you tell me a little bit about this car?
All right, it's a 2008 VQ35 HR, which is the best in my opinion. I love Ds, don't get me wrong, and I love VQs, but this HR, I have literally put this motor through hell, is why I back these motors up. It's got maybe like 100 nitrous bottles ran through it. Many 150 shot passes just to go have fun on the street. This car I've had for going on 10 years, and stock bottom end, nothing crazy done to the bottom of the motor. I keep up with it. I change the oil in it. Like you said, I used to daily drive it every day, and then stuff started escalating a little bit more. We wanted to get more serious into drifting, so the next step was to gut it and put a cage so we can go get better, because stuff wasn't around here yet. So in order to better ourselves, you got to drive with a lot of other people. It's just a stock bottom end now 10 years later. It's got Tomei cams in it. It's got a VPF built intakes and a tune, long tube headers, no crazy injectors. It's got GTR injectors, and it's on the 85. We just did that setup, and this setup has been treating me super amazing. Temps have been down better than being on the pump, because our temps were getting a little high, so the 85 definitely helped it out. And as you could tell, it's got the drag radials on it. We've been experimenting this off season, trying to go to the track and run a good time, and we are currently the 4th fastest NA VQ in the nation. There's a list on there. I don't know how legit the list is, but a lot of us VQ HR guys go by it, so we're doing pretty good. I think if we put a slick on it, I think we could be a runner for the #1 spot.
What was your current time?
My current time was a 12.5. I want to say at 113 with the 1960 foot.
That's really quick, and that's
yeah.
no power out or no nitrous.
Nothing.
Just driving NA. That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Well, let's take a look at the car. Why don't you open it up for me real quick?
It's got a Russell Walker built cage on it. My buddy just currently modified my door bars, because getting in and out of it on the driver's side was a little hell, and I needed some more elbow room. So we modified it. My buddy Ben over at VPF Built Fabrication did it. Basically that's it, man. Nothing. Stock dash, still has a heater core in it. You know, I learned a lesson that we went to New Orleans, and it gets really humid and horrible up there, and then it gets cold and it rains, and the last thing you don't want is a heater, or the last thing you want to have is your heater on, because that keeps the windshield. And it gets pretty scary when you're trying to tandem with somebody and the windshield fogs up. So
yeah, it's fun over there though, isn't it?
It is very fun. I love their setups. Their events are so much fun. We get so much driving when we go there. We went one time already, and I'm like, I saw my friends go this past year, and I was super bummed that I missed it. So next year I am planning on going. Yeah,
there's some super cool cats in the AE86 community over there too.
And their facility.
Talking about you,
amazing.
Jeff. Yeah, I love NOLA.
Yes,
love that
much.
place. It's the only place I podiumed for Global Time Attack, and so it's, you know, it really means something to me over there, man. So this thing is pretty serious.
Yes.
What do you think the power level is on the gas?
Well, last time we dynoed it, we made 314 We did light stuff here and there, did some different things on the tune. Nothing major. We found an intake manifold leak. We fixed that, we retuned it, we street tuned it. I currently need to jump back on the dyno to put a number on it, just because now we're gonna start, we've been having issues tuning with the nitrous. So now we're gonna jump back on the dyno and dial in the nitrous a little bit more, just because this season we hadn't really sprayed much doing Lone Star. I don't really spray much in Club Loose because that's all fun and games, and I love to make that track last, so we just go NA, and it's easier on tires. So it's a little bit better. We're hoping maybe the nitrous somewhere around 400. If I can hit 400 plus, I will be happy as hell.
Those are awesome numbers.
Yeah. But it's got a 100 shot right now. It's got a whole Nitrous Express kit. They jumped on my program 4 years ago, and they've been super amazing to me. They've helped me out so much in trying to dial in this kit. I was one of the very few drifting with nitrous back in the day, so they helped me out super much. I talk with them, I chat with them on the daily. We put a Nissan R35 GTR plate kit on it. A lot of people don't know that these fit, but after doing some measurements and doing some researching, we found out they fit. And this, compared to your normal nozzle style, this plate kit made a hell of a difference on the throttle reaction, on everything else. Like I said, we haven't been able to tune it so much in depth on the 100 shot. On the 75 shot, we got some good stuff, but we just running into our plugs were too cold. I needed a bigger fuel pump. We weren't ready, since knowing this was my first year on E85, so it's going there, it's going. We're learning. The car ran great all season. I mean, for as much miles this motor has on it and as much abuse this motor has on it, I am super happy with it. Reliable. I want to build it, I want to yank it out. I thought about LSing the car, but it's like, why break something or modify something that's lasted me this long?
If it ain't broke.
Yeah, if it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
I do want to build a motor, I do want to keep the VQ, but until then, we're having fun with this one. I mean, I've always said, yeah, I'll LS the car when the motor blows, and here I am 10 years later, motor's still going, everything's still running, so.
Yeah, let's not forget that your wife might kill you.
That too. That too.
Well, bro, thanks for sharing the car with me.
No problem.
Yeah, so follow along, guys. Like and subscribe on the channel. Always support your buddies, man. It's real important to have friends, you know, that have the same type of interests that you do. You know, you just never know where you're gonna find help that you might need. So once again, thanks a bunch for showing us the car. It's super awesome. Appreciate it, bro.
Thanks, brother.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get to these tires. So here's what I'm working with for the Super Lap Battle. I currently run this Hankook RS4 on this 15x10, and this is a 245/40 15, but this is the spec tire that I have to run at Super Lap Battle. This is the Advent A052. It's a really nice looking tread compound, looks really soft. The only drawback really for me is that, you know, this is a 225, this is a 245, and as you can see, this is a taller tire. You know, we're gonna get these mounted on this 10-inch rim and see, you know, how much it's gonna stretch the tire. And then I'm gonna have to go back and fit this on the car because I'm about to make some other alignment changes. And at some point I gotta look and make sure that I'm not contacting the body at full lock in the front. So there are some disadvantages to this tire. I don't know how good it is. This thing may just get some heat in it and just work amazing. But I kind of just wanted to give you guys a comparison so that you could see the difference in the width and the height of the tire. And we'll go ahead and get one mounted up, and then we'll make another comparison and see what we're looking at. Well, we got the tires mounted. There was quite a bit of a stretch. In fact, I think we were probably pretty lucky to get these on without a cheetah. But what I wanted to show you is the difference in height and width now that they're mounted on the tire. This is the last one. Here's my 245, and this is the new 225 50/15. I don't know if you can get down here, get a good shot, but you can see, you know, as far as height-wise, that there's a pretty good difference. I'm gonna say overall, looks like about 22 1/4 versus 23 1/4. So at least an inch overall taller. The width actually isn't terrible. When I put these two tires next to each other, it looks like it's gonna have a pretty good contact patch, but now my biggest concern is definitely gonna be, am I gonna need to make any type of modifications to the body of the 86 in order to get them to clear? I think for my alignment coming up, I'm probably gonna give it a little more positive caster, and that means this tire was already pretty close to rubbing the fender flares in the body kit in the front. That means this tire is probably going to require a little bit of work. So it's a good thing that I went ahead and ordered these tires ahead of time instead of having them delivered to the track, because I was pretty sure I was going to need to modify some stuff in order to get it to work on my car. But yeah, that pretty much sums up this short episode. It was just a quick rundown on just hanging out with your friends, using the resources you have available to you, and trying to show you guys what I'm dealing with as far as Spec tire for Super Lap Battle in February and the continued preparation for that race. Again, like and subscribe, continue to follow me on my journey, and I can't wait to take you guys to Super Lap. Thanks again for watching.